I suck at this.
No, you're good.
Welcome back to episode 20 of the Panther Soccer Podcast, the Mackenzie Orr episode. Before we get into Mackenzie Orr, this is fan favorite, number 27 on the field, number 1 in your heart, Morgan Barnette. Morgan, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I am doing dandy. I am so glad that this week is over, which doesn't matter. This episode's going up on a Monday, so what I just said doesn't make sense, but it's fine. What do you have to say about your teammate Mackenzie Orr?
Love Mackenzie. She's like the sweetest, nicest person. Definitely top 2 of the Mackenzies on the team. Yeah.
We're not going to reveal who's number 1 because we don't want to sound toxic.
For sure, one of the top 2.
No, but Mackenzie Orr, she's a solid defender. I feel like she gets overlooked because of how good our defense really is. But she stepped into the game when Maddie Soleric got injured and just did her job. She looked really good against South Dakota, and props to her for stepping into a situation that might have been not the greatest, because having your teammate Maddie Soleric with a sprained ankle, that could really take a shot to the knees for morale, but it is what it is. That made no sense. It's fine.
Yeah, I think she did great. She, once she was called upon to step up, she killed it, and I think it shows the depth of our team.
Yeah, no, it's very underrated how good our bench really is. And speaking of bench players, you're dominating coming off the bench so far this season. I feel like you're very aware of this, but just talk about so far the success of the team so far. We're 8 games in at the time of this recording, still undefeated. Hopefully we're still undefeated once this episode goes up, and this 3 games will be played by the time this episode goes up. But just talk about the success of the team and the success of you individually. You have 2 goals already.
I think our team's depth is a really big contributor to how good we are right now. There's not really a drop off when our starters come off the field and we put some subs on. And I think that's what's making us difficult to play against, because we don't just have one good player who's scoring goals. We have a dozen of amazing players who are contributing either assists, goals, shots, and then defensively I think we're doing a really good job.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Yeah, I literally have the paper out. I was reading an article earlier, but already you guys have more goals this year than last year, which is insane. You guys already have more wins than last year, and things are looking up for UNI women's soccer this year. We might see a title run. There's something special about this team. Spencer and I have mentioned this on the podcast probably 100 times by now, but there's something special about this team, and it's just great to see. And it's great to see you back on the field, a fan favorite of the team since Panther Soccer Prowlers have existed, and part of that reason is your dad.
Oh.
Believe it or not.
What a guy.
So your dad is by far the most enthusiastic person I think I've ever met. And just how does it impact you as a person knowing that your dad is always by your side? He's always there motivating you. Does it impact you as a person or on the field or?
Yeah, I think ever since I was young, he's tried to go to as many games as possible, and knowing that even if he can't go to a game, he's still texting me saying have a good game, you're gonna do great, and then knowing that even if we lose or I play bad, he's still gonna support me either way. And it helps he doesn't really know much about soccer, so he doesn't know if we're playing good or bad. He's just there having fun. It works out. Yeah.
It's funny you say that, because I'll never forget the conversation I had with him when I think it was the spring season when you scored what was it, 8 goals, 3 games, something crazy like that.
I don't even know.
You just popped off 2 hat tricks. I'll never forget when he. Say that they're gone.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I was talking about. Something about 8 goals in 3 games. Oh, but I'll never forget, during one of the spring games, he comes over and I was like, oh, Morgan's playing great so far. You must be so proud. And he's like, yeah, but just know that I could still take her in the backyard.
Dude, this guy, one time, we're playing in the backyard and he is dribbling the soccer ball and I literally hit a tree. Like, I hit a tree, and then he scored, and then he called the game. Like, I think I was winning, like, 3-0, and I ran into a tree, he scored one. He's like, golden goal, we're done, I win. And that, he, to this day, says he can beat me in backyard soccer. Yeah.
Division I soccer player, regular goal scorer, dad.
Yeah,
Like, come
he
on,
might be a little lower on that, yeah.
Dad.
Yeah.
I don't know, but your dad's just a great guy. Like, what can I say? And like, I forgot where I was going with this. It's fine. Well, but looking back on that spring season, something traumatic kind of happened. It definitely hurt us in that coming fall season. Like, how did you get injured?
Yeah, so we played, I think it was Hawkeye.
Okay.
And then we had the weekend off for Easter, came back on like a Monday or Tuesday, had a practice, and then like I think Thursday we were playing Iowa State, so like probably 2 days.
It was a Friday, yeah.
Yeah, so probably like 3 days before we played Iowa State in a practice, just like doing 4v4, and I went to turn to shoot and got hit from the side of like my knee and tore my ACL.
That sounds painful,
Yeah.
which meant you're out for a whole year basically, right? Because
Yeah.
I don't remember you playing in the spring at all. So like, what was just your initial reaction to the injury? Like, knowing that you're gonna be out for a long time, like, did it affect you emotionally? Like, what was your mental health like?
Yeah, I think at first you're kind of just like mad that it happened, especially like I was doing so well in the spring, and like coming off that fall I was contributing but not getting a ton of minutes, and then in the spring was like a big contributor, and then for that to happen at that time I was more like mad that it happened. And then going into the fall, it was really hard because you're watching like all your friends and all your teammates doing something that you love to do and you can't. So I think my mental health took a toll, but also at the same time, I had amazing teammates, and I lived with some of them and had amazing roommates who were able to kind of help me through that, and yeah, worked out.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. No, because I can't imagine what you're going through, if I'm being honest. Because like you said, you see all your friends play. Like, that must have sucked. But I don't know. Like, were there different like things you would do on game days to like make you feel more engaged, or like, cause it must have been hard for you to even show up to the games knowing like, oh, I'm gonna be miserable just standing here when I could be out there dominating.
Mm-hmm. I think away games were tougher, but just because I didn't travel. But home games, I mean, I still braid everybody's hair before the game, so like that, you're automatically involved in the team. And then when on the sidelines, just trying to stay as encouraging as possible for everybody out there. I mean, I was dancing on the sidelines, screaming, like doing just random things. And when you're motivating people, I think it helps a lot.
That's very well said. Very well said. So now we're really rewinding. Now I'm curious. So you're from Minnesota, I believe. What did your recruiting process look like coming to UNI? Like, how did you meet Bruce? How did that whole thing just tell your recruiting story of how you came to UNI?
So I have actually, going into my sophomore year, I tore my ACL. And then going into my senior year, I tore my ACL. So it was kind of different. So between my sophomore and junior year, once I was able to play, my club team went to a bunch of showcases and stuff. And that's where Bruce saw me, I think in Missouri, and so then I started talking to him then, have been talking to a couple other coaches, and then COVID hit, and all recruiting shut down for, I think, almost like 9 months. There was no active recruiting. And then within that time, I tore my ACL again. So when I was talking to a couple, just touching base with a couple coaches, letting them know, I mean, I understand it, but a lot of them were like, well, we wanted to see you play more before anything, so unfortunately, not gonna recruit you anymore, which, understandable. And Bruce was one of, I think, 3 coaches who was like, that's fine, we've been through this before with other players, we'd still love to have you. And then came on a visit here, which was weird because it was during COVID, so there was nobody on campus. I couldn't, in high school, I I think football was happening in the Dome, so didn't see any of the facilities.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so this would have been 2020, 2021.
Mhm.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so it
Ugh.
was my senior year.
It was a ghost
So
town here.
yeah, so there was like
Ugh.
nobody here, couldn't see the facilities, but went on like the academics like admissions tour, and kind of loved the school in that environment. And then yeah, I committed without meeting the team, really anything. Just talked to Bruce and
I mean, in all fairness, I feel like you came in with a great class, though, because you had Kennedy Bottenbach, Siri Yacht, I mean, Maddie
Yeah.
Solaric. I'm sure I can name more. I just can't think of any
all
yet.
10 of us.
There's 10 of.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
wow.
I came in, I was one of 10, and then we added Jaylee, and then last year we had Audrey, and then now I think we're down to 9.
Because Audrey's focusing more on academics,
Mhm.
Siri transferred.
And Lauren Sanders transferred.
Oh, that's right, your roommate.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
My roomie, my best friend, love her. Yeah.
R.I.P. Siri Yacht and Lauren Sanders.
For real.
They're not dead, they just left.
They just left. Yeah.
No, but it's really cool to know that even though both of them transferred, it seems like they're doing really well at their new schools. Because, like, not every school's going to be perfect. When you show up, it's not what you expect it to be. So for them to find happiness or hopefully happiness
Yeah.
somewhere else is good for their mental health. But so what were the other schools interested, if you don't mind me asking?
I've been talking to St. Thomas for a little while, which I have a lot of club teammates there now, so it's always fun playing them. And then UMKC was another one.
Oh, Missouri, Kansas City, the
Yep.
Kangaroos.
Mm-hmm.
Their goalkeeper was fun. She entertained our like chants and our like shenanigans. She was fun. I can't think of her name. I think it was like Sarah. Probably not.
But yeah, those I think were the main 3. I think, yeah.
Wow, it's a good thing you didn't go to St. Thomas because clearly they're not very good anymore.
Oh
I shouldn't say that. We lost to them so badly last year.
I'm going saying it was a fluke.
Yeah,
It was a rough day.
yeah, because that was what, a 3-0 loss.
Yeah.
That's how badly we lost to South Dakota State. But South Dakota State and St. Thomas are at 2 different levels. How do we lose to them by the same score line? Beyond me. I could rant about it for like 80 minutes, but I probably should. Okay, so this story always intrigues me, but we're rewinding again. Gosh darn it. Our timeline with this episode is so bad. But, so 2 years ago, your first year here at UNI, first year of us hosting a student section, we made a sign for you.
Yeah.
What was your initial reaction to that?
So I didn't think the sign was for me. I mean, you guys were on the opposite end,
Yep.
and I just saw like an MB, like really big, and I thought like Megan Bennington. At that point, Megan Benmore was still here, so I was like, why would it be for me? Like, I'm just a freshman, haven't even touched the field, like definitely not for me. Cut to like almost the end of season, and Chris Kowalski,
Yep.
kind of said like, hey, like reference the sign, and I was like, not for me. And he was like, no, like go up and look, it says your name, and like no, like it's nobody but you. And yeah, so didn't realize there was a sign for me until probably like the last 2 games of the season.
That's fair. That was a really fun year of soccer because like we didn't know any better. We didn't know any of the players, and like I don't know, that made no sense. It's fine. I don't know. It was just a lot of fun just going to the games without any like pressure of like, oh, we're not an organization yet. We don't have to be official or anything because now we have to be. But it's fine. It's more fun this way, I'm sure. But yeah, no. Do I reveal the reason why we made you a sign?
Go for it.
So during our first ever meeting, like we wanted to make like I think 10 to 15 posters and like make like signs for like chants and stuff like that, and out of the blue someone had the idea of like, oh, we should make a poster for like a few of the players, and I'm thinking like, we don't know any of the players, like who do we choose? And then they're like, Brady, just follow like all the players, and the first player to follow back, that's who we make a sign for. I'm thinking like it's 9 p.m. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, it seems sketchy, but that's exactly what happened. You were the first one to follow back.
Gotcha.
And that's exactly what, we didn't know who you were, we didn't even know what position you played, like we knew nothing. But I think it worked out because now we're 27 on the field, number one in your heart. She's a fan favorite now, so I think it all worked out.
Yeah, I would say so.
Also, like speaking of fan favorite, like it seems like all your teammates praise you.
Yeah, I mean, love them all. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that.
You know, like
love them all. Hope they like me too. Yeah.
No, because I feel like, especially the younger players on the team, like whenever I just ask like, oh, how's the team doing? Like you always get brought up, no matter who it is, what the situation is, what we're talking about. You always get brought up. It's like, okay, why not? Like, I'm asking about the team, and then you're bringing up, oh yeah, Morgan Barnette, like, she braided my hair before the game, that's why I scored a goal. Like, what? Sure, why not?
We're a superstitious group, you know, gotta keep the same hairstyles. Yeah, I don't know, I think especially with this freshman class, because they lived in our houses before they got into the dorms, but I had Marissa and Denise stay at my house, and then we, like all the other freshmen would come over, so got to know them pretty quickly, and yeah, good thing they, guess it's nice they like me.
I just supposed to say, those are the two that probably praise you the most, because, yeah, I always do homework in the WRC, like in that classroom, you know, and every now and then they'll walk by, stop by, and be like, when's Morgan's episode coming up? And I'm like, I've yet to interview her. I don't know what to tell you.
A lot of them were asking for me to do it at practice. They're like, so, you recorded it?
I mean, how can you not? Like we've all said.
For real.
Fan favorite. No pressure.
Yeah.
But anyways, so what do you look forward to in this coming season?
I think obviously winning MBC.
It's rain season.
It really is.
Rain season.
Rain season.
Do I submit my ring size to Jamie now or later?
I think maybe now.
Okay.
You
know. I do have to talk to the coaches at some point today. So.
Oh.
Nothing bad. Just stuff about the Drake game.
Gotcha.
Which already happened. Hopefully we won.
We have no idea. We don't know because it hasn't happened yet.
Right.
Yeah, I think winning obviously as much as possible, getting a good seed in the tournament, and then hopefully winning that and getting to NCAAs. Yeah, I think we obviously want to be the first team at UNI to win, and yeah, kind of set that standard.
And this is the team to do it. Already 8 games in, you've already won 7 games, and it's not like you guys had an easy non-conference schedule. Like St. Thomas was a solid squad. Omaha made the tournament last year. Southern Utah, that was a good game. I didn't watch. I don't know how good they actually are, but it's not like you guys are playing St. Ambrose every other game. Like, it's a tough schedule, but here we are, still undefeated. Hopefully still undefeated once this goes up. Oh gosh, I might be jinxing it.
Then we're good.
It's fine. How much time have we gone through? Yeah, it's been about 20 minutes. I think it's fine to wrap things up if you'd like. Anyone you want to call out to be on the podcast in the near future?
Jaylee. Jaylee would love to do it.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Get Jaylee on. She'd be funny, yeah.
I'm glad you said that because after episode 5, because she was behind the camera for Caroline's interview,
Gotcha.
like the entire time I'm like, so Jaylee, when are we going to do yours? And she's like, don't Brady, you know I will. Just ask me a time and I will. I'm like, perfect. And well, we're at episode 20 now and
Jaylee, it's time. We're calling you out.
Yeah. It's not peer pressure. It's just your turn.
It is, so get over here.
Oh no. Anything you want to add to the podcast? Any last thoughts?
Go Cats.
Go Cats, that's all?
I guess.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, Morgan Barnette, definitely a force to be reckoned with in the near future. I don't know how to word that. Not me quoting Talladega Nights, it's fine. But already 2 goals this year. How many goals do you think you'll end up with?
I don't know.
I'm thinking 15.
Okay. We'll put that up.
That's so
Yeah.
many.
We'll go with it. We'll see.
Literally, the team leader last year only had 5.
You know what? But we have somebody right now who has 5 goals.
Macy Smith.
Exactly. 8 games. We're set up for success here.
And she's not even a starter.
See?
That's like the most crazy thing
Our
about
team-
that.
Yeah.
Macy Smith is the GOAT.
She's a real one.
But unfortunately, she's not number 1 in your heart.
Oh, sorry, Mace.
Sorry,
Take that
Macy.
one.
Not
Yeah.
us making fun of her, calling it out. It's fine. It's fine. She'll just beat me up in FCA or something. I don't know.
It's okay. She's nice. She won't.
Right.
She won't.
I'm just messing.
Probably.
She's nice. But for now, thank you all for watching and supporting this podcast. We're doing better than most MLS teams, believe it or not, for their podcasts. And I don't know what else to say, but see you guys next time.
Woo!
Woo.
Go Cats.